magnificent.
See what he did in 2019. He had 18 saves last weekend against Bryant. Sees a lot of rubber, too. Averaged over 13.5 saves per game. That was good for 6th in the country throughout the regular season. Georgetown is going to be in blue, trimmed in gray. Virginia, meanwhile, they're all whites, trimmed in navy. As we mentioned, we had no NCAA tournament last year, Clark, so Virginia, they are the reigning national champs, and you got to beat the best if you want to hoist the trophy, and that's what Georgetown is faced with today.
And they have a lot of the same characters from that 2019 run. Matt Moore, who's a 40-40 type player on offense. And then you look at different pieces of the puzzle. Dox Aiken had a monster run down the stretch in 2019, and as I mentioned, Alex Rode, he has been your stopper and your security blanket when things break down. One in white, a conductor and quarterback of this offense. They want to give him as many touches as they can, and they run him through the box at midfield, and he'll stay on the field as an attackman.
Shot and a goal! Laviano gets Virginia on the board first.
It's all about making the tough save. Across his face, Alex Rode. Ice in his veins gives this Cavalier offense an opportunity. Ian Laviano back on the island, his hometown. He gets the feed from who? The player I just mentioned, Connor Shellen. They might have the best goalie in the country in Owen McElroy. They clear the ball well. They dominate 50-50 ground balls, so this is a hit they could absorb.
And they get a goal. Georgetown on the board as we had a delayed flag on the play, but Declan McDermott says, I don't need to wait for that call. I'm going to bury this ball and tie this game up.
Jake Carraway and TJ Haley and Graham Bundy Jr. But at the end of the day, Declan McDermott has come to the party as of late. He had 5 goals last week against Syracuse. It's the first step in the ability to shoot on the run. One in blue. Down the stretch, right? Because he's getting the short stick. Bundy gets the pole every single time. He has been feasting. Little things that he does. Okay, off ball on the 6-on-6 set. But additionally, his hustle plays, unmatched.
On Timinovich, the freshman, and he scores. Schellenberger was able to get inside Will Timinovich and puts
known to be a physical force. Also was an incredible football player in high school and almost played this last year at Villanova if their season wasn't canceled for his 5th year of eligibility. That's why. And then you feed the offense in Connor Schellenberger. You're seeing his versatility on display right away. You saw him
back at full strength, so Georgetown now 0 for 3 man up here in this first quarter.
Good news for the Hoyas. James Riley, the face-off specialist. See him on the sideline.
That's bad news for the Hoyas. Peyton Cormier at point-blank range. A beautiful shot, too, with his body going the other way. Finds the other side of the cage.
The interception by Jake Galleri is incredible. He doesn't just knock it down, he catches this ball. That is ridiculous. Stops the Hoyas, they go 0 for 3 in the extra man. And then the Cavaliers, you give them too many opportunities, they are too good. Their top 6 is frightening. And Cormier, freshman, I mean, they have unbelievable talent that they can build around for the next 3 years, and they're recruiting exceptionally well.
Connor now to his left, has a lot of room. Now the slide comes. That leaves Aiken open on the backside. He'll fire righty and score.
When you look at Virginia finding moments on the offensive set just like this. Catching the ball, making a quick move, and having a lot of net to shoot at. When he holds on to the ball too long and he redodges, he's struggled at times. But when he can make a quick move off of ball movement, he's celebrating. He's out. 2 things need to happen. you have to cash in on man up, and your goalie, Owen McElroy, has to come to play.
LaSalle has come to play here. The shovel and scores! You said it earlier. He is so dangerous on his own after a face-off win, and he buries it.
I said earlier, take care of him in transition. Let him go. Unleash 23 in white, because when he wins the draw, low center of gravity, can soak jets, and a little creativity to boot. Petey LaSalle.
5-1. Connor. Underneath the defender. Nice job by Will Godin. Schellenberger does, though, and he scores.
So smooth, so skilled, so savvy is one in white. Head's always up, looking to make a play, getting a teammate involved, and if you don't slide to him, he is just as effective as a goal scorer and passer. You see the plant foot getting the defender to bite, which just creates so much real estate up that left side, with his hands free and no contact by the Georgetown D.
As both coaches complete their substitution patterns. Moore on Donaldson. Here's Garno. Moore has room. McElroy is there, though. Stolen by Xander Dixon, and he scores! What a heads-up play by Dixon, and what a big mistake by Owen McElroy, and something you wouldn't expect from the veteran.
Stops, but is clean in the clearing game. But when it rains, it pours. You make the stop, right? You have that showdown with the big-time shooter of Virginia. Try to get the clearing game going. That's twice now. Virginia has cleanly picked off passes that really you have no business doing, right?
Just ends up in your stick, and when it's going well for you, it's going well. And that's what's going well.
Talk about all those young guys, but Caraway is the leader, like a fifth-year guy, and he plays with so much emotion. When he scores, the bench erupts. He celebrates different than the rest of the guys. Like, a goal from Caraway is big time.
Schellenberger will get you a goal, and then some. That's the hat trick for him in the first half.
One in white is doing. There's no patterns in his game. He's playing from up top. He's playing from behind. He's dodging and shooting on the run. I've seen him spray it from the outside. You saw him break a defender down with a quick step from behind in his prior goal, and now
Donaldson on Schellenberger. Connor now with the pick, gets inside the defender and scores. That's a beautiful play from start to finish, Cart.
Again. Wow. Jaw-dropping play. The offensive awareness in the field. You saw him make a similar move up the left side earlier in this quarter. Now he does it to the right, and they send the help, and he just spins right through it, right? So if you remember earlier stages of the second quarter, he makes that same move. The ball and winning faceoffs, you feel like you can make a run. Georgetown has not had that today.
Trouble, Schellenberger. He's unstoppable.
Just that he's putting up huge numbers today. It's the way he's doing it. Every single goal or every single assist is different. I mean, he has been amazing. This time he feels McElroy cheating off the pipe, right? Look where he puts that ball. Like the instincts of Schellenberger, to me, to make quick decisions.
This thing out.
Well, I think the first thing is you have to play the face-off game from the angle of just tying LaSalle up as much as possible, just to give some hope for the wing play to be a factor, right? Because LaSalle, when he dominates the draw, this high-octane offense is too much to deal with right now for this Georgetown defense.
Can we get a pole goal? That'll help, and it will. Well, Gibson Smith, one of the team captains of this team, right on target and right on the money. And Owen Mack,
right? Well, it starts with getting possessions off of saves. McElroy stands his ground. Quick offense for the Hoyas, and then Gibson Smith, who is a tough grinder of a defense.
There's Bertrand. Yeah, think about Lars Tiffany too. It's not in their DNA to slow things down. Up 10-2. How do you want to change the way you go about business? How about that?
Right? Foot on the gas. Don't hesitate. With eyes on another championship weekend. And Bertrand, earlier in the game I mentioned, I just love, he's the change of pace guy, right? When he runs with Garneau, traditional north-south type of dodging midi. Dixon is a feeder. This guy is a bull. Help from other guys that aren't guarding Caraway, and as much as they're playing him as a shooter, they're playing TJ Haley as a straight passer, like daring him to go to the rack.
And there you saw Sawstead on Caraway, and it ends up being a bad pass by Caraway and a turnover. Here comes Connors. He isn't afraid to shoot. Dishes it off, and a goal by Laviano.
To shoot, he isn't afraid to pass and continue to create havoc in the middle of the field. For my money, this is why he was such a high draft pick in the PLL, because he can make plays in the middle of the field. You know what he does in terms of just stalking the opposition as a defender, but what he does in the transition game for the Cavaliers, it's
5 seconds to shoot for Virginia. 80 seconds on every possession.
You're down 12-2. Go chase him, right? Go chase him.
Now Schellenberger will look to make a move, and he scores. Well, that's exactly what Virginia wants to do, right? Just burn 60 seconds off the clock, put it in.
This game in slow motion, right? Oh, you're going to let me kind of kill the clock? Well, guess what? Here's number 6. Number 1 has been on fire.
Here comes Moore. Has his defender hung up. Now comes upfield and scores.
Said it earlier, not known to have a big-time left hand, right? And chops the field in 2 ways like Connor Schellenberger does. He's a righty, but if you're going to drive lefty, you got a backhand like that. 5 in white feet.
Back to Georgetown. Now Watson will shoot, and he scores. Something for the Hoyas to cheer about, Cart, as they
game. It's been 2 for a buck. Catch it, send it the other way. That looked like a knuckleball. You're not beating road with some regular heat today, so mix it up a bit. North Carolina. I mean, that ball just flies around. And off ball, this Rutgers defense has never seen a challenge like this.
It will be a fun game for us to call, and hopefully for you to watch as well. Coming up in about a half hour's time right here at Hempstead. The Virginia Cavaliers, the reigning national champs, their defense continues as they will head to East Hartford for yet another championship weekend performance, and it was impressive. I mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again, Clark. They serve notice. It's not like they're a mystery to anybody else out there, but they serve notice that they're ready to defend that championship in East Hartford next weekend.
Battle-tested, and today they played, you could argue, like the team that everyone felt had the pieces not only to win this game in Georgetown, right, but to make a run at a national title. So Virginia answers the bell. They go to their experience, but it was their youth and their freshman midfielder / attackman, Connor Schellenberger, that was unguardable and unequivocally the best